Hi everyone, my name is Ben with Hipp Visual Solutions, and we're here today for our first ever Technique Tuesday. The most common question I get from band directors and some younger color guard instructors is, how do I weight my flagpole? All right, we're going to start with some basic supplies. We're going to start with a standard 6-foot flagpole. All right, we're going to start with a 3-inch and a 4-inch carriage bolt. I use the galvanized ones. I think they work a little bit better. And the 3-inch and the 4-inch is a personal choice of mine. And I put the 4 in the top and I put the 3 in the bottom. The first thing I do is I take some dish wrapping foam and I wrap that around those carriage bolts. This piece is 3 inches by 4 inches, so that on the 3-inch bolt it goes this way and wraps around. And then I turn it, and on the 4-inch bolt, it goes this way, and I wrap it around. And I wrap it nice and tight so that it fits inside the flagpole with some electrical tape. I color code mine, so today my black bolt, or I used black tape on the 4-inch bolt, and then I used white tape on the 3-inch bolt. And this is, the padding prevents the bolt from clanging around inside your flagpole. Right. We're going to begin with our standard 6-foot flagpole. I have actually pre-cheatered it. I don't know if you've noticed that or not, but right here is a cheater. This is 1 foot, 12 inches from the bottom. This is 24 inches from the bottom. And then I flipped it over and I used a different color to coincide with my bolts. This is goes in the silk. This is 12 inches from the top and 24 inches from the top. All right, so the black matches the black bolt. The white matches the white bolt. I'm going to slip my 3-inch bolt in the bottom of the flagpole, and then you can use either plastic or rubber stoppers. It's a personal preference, but then you just place that rubber stopper right on and you tape that on. All right, I'm going to give you a quick class on how to tape that on, because that rubber stopper will catch the silk and will cause some sales. So what you want to do is take some electrical tape. I cut mine into 4-inch pieces. All right. And then I'm going to take what a method because I call crisscrossing around. I cross the top. Then I take my next piece and I make an X across that. All right. All right, this is going to take 4 pieces. Make it nice and smooth. 4 pieces and then 1 to wrap around. And I'm going to cross that, making a little asterisk or a star. Again, keeping it nice and smooth. I want to prevent any wrinkles so that you don't see those lumps. And then I take my final piece, and this should have covered up effectively all of the rubber on the bolt. And then I take that final piece, which is a little bit longer, and I go ahead and tape just right inside here, and I wrap it all the way around, and I make sure that this secures clearly the stopper to the pole. All right, and I want to have about a 3/4 of an inch right there that just wraps around and make it a full revolution all the way around. All right, so that my stopper is not going to come off of the pole. All right, then I'm going to flip my flagpole over, and I'm going to slide my silk on, and I'm going to slide it down just a little bit so I have some working space here. Remember, this is the black cheatered side, so I'm going to slip my black weight up at the top. And then I'm going to cover it with my stopper. Do that same method of crisscrossing around as I tape that on. And then the next thing I'm going to do is, this silk is lucky enough to have tabs. So I want to take the silk and butt the silk right up against that stopper. Then I'm going to take, and I'm going to start at the base of or the top of the silk and work my way around. All right, so 2, and then it flipped the tab down. Going to wrap my tape around so that my tab is clearly fastened to the stopper. The stopper is clearly fastened to the pole from my taping method. Remember, I covered this with my crisscrossing around method, making sure that when the silk hits the stopper, it doesn't get stuck. Like if it were rubber, it would slip right off against that vinyl electric tape. The final thing that I would do is come to this bottom tab, use that same tape again. And this one I do a little bit more concisely. You do want to make sure that your seam is lined up on your flagpole so that your flag does not have a twist in it. And then I want to take my tab right there. All right, but I make 1 rotation around. And then I'm going to fold my tab up. And I'm going to make another rotation around, and then I'm going to fold my tab back down and make one final rotation around, two if you need to. Now this gives a nice firm tab for the students to be able to find without using their eyes. They can feel that just like they feel the cheaters on the poles. So it's clear, but it's the same color as my pole, so the students can feel it without the audience seeing it. I hope you've enjoyed today's video on Technique Tuesday on how to weight your flagpole. Make sure you follow us here on our YouTube link. Follow us on Facebook at Hipp Visual Solutions. Visit our website, www.hippvisualsolutions.com, and follow us on social media, Instagram and Twitter at Hipp Visual. All those hips have two P's. Have a great day, guys.